Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, whenever and wherever you are. This is DJayH, and I got sucked into a MMO after a major update. And I know what you're saying. You're looking wrong hand. You're looking up here and saying, DJ, this isn't Warlords of Draenor. And you're right. This is Neverwinter. Uh, Brought to you by Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, Perfect World Entertainment, and Cryptic. Uh, Neverwinter is, well, I hesitate to call it the other Dungeons and Dragons MMO, but well, it is. D&D DDO came first, but completely different game. Let's. Uh, so why am I here? Well, want to. I enjoy the game, so I'm going to see if we can't do an entire run, beginning to end game, and we may just seeing how far we can go, how far we can get, what gets locked off behind the paywall. We're going to do this completely free to play. And well, if you have fun watching me, we can keep this up. Uh, like this is basically a pilot episode. If you enjoy it, leave a comment down in the section below. Or if you don't, actually no, if you don't enjoy it, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what I can do better. So as you can see, we have nothing unlocked here. We have 0 of 2 characters used. Uh, can't buy a race roll token. You see here I have 0 Zen. Zen is the uh, premium currency. It is the actual cash for the cash shop. Race reroll token costs 15 bucks. This is not a cheap game by any means. If you want to pay to play, even a rename token costs 2 bucks. Now you will get a little extra back because they have bonus by buying it through Arc or through Steam. Though be careful when you're buying stuff through Steam, because if you use the Steam client, you actually don't get a lot of the bonuses you can get from going through the Arc client or through the website. So, but that out of the way, let's go ahead and see what we can do in character creation, what's locked away from us. And I'll skip the intro, because if you want to watch it, it's out there. Let's go with the guy. So, here are your races. There appear to be 9. That's not quite right. There's 3 different elves. Wood Elf, which is would be the D&D 4th edition elf. Sun Elf, I believe, is the Eladrin. Or no, the Moon Elf, I believe, is the Eladrin. Sun Elf is a different brand. They're all in Forgotten Realms. They're just sub-races of elves. But the Moon Elf is locked away, and you'll see that it's part of the Founders Pack. That costs a little bit of money. Same with the Drow Menzabaranzan Renegade. If I can get it to pop up here. So what's the difference between the premium one and the standard Drow? Well, the ability scores are what? 2 Dex, 2 Charisma, 2 or Wisdom. 2 Dex, Charisma, or Wisdom. Okay, Trance is the same. Should be the same, yeah. Darkfire is a defense on the regular Drow. On the Renegade, Fairy Fire is power and defense. So, Menzabaranzan Renegade lets them hit, makes your foes not hit as hard as well. So that's a bit of a bonus, but the third is the newest race introduced in the last expansion, the Dragonborn. Again, this one's the one where people were complaining a lot. If you and he jiggles. I don't stop that. At least she's not jittery. The Dragonborn, people think, costs $75 to unlock, and that's not quite right. It does cost $25 to unlock, but $75 is for the mega bonus pack, gets you extra stuff. The straight unlock with a race reroll token, which we saw cost $15 on the main screen, only costs $25. So it's still expensive. We may actually, I think that may be the goal of this series, is to try and get enough Astral Diamonds to buy enough Zen to unlock Dragonborn. We'll see how that goes. As it is, we're going to be playing one of the classes that got a major overhaul in the newest expansion, the Rise of Tiamat, and that is the Trickster Rogue. And for Rogue, you would traditionally choose the Halfling. I'm going to go with the... should I go with a Wood Elf? Should I go... No, I will go with a human. Because why not? I mean, most adaptable and diverse around. So let's go ahead and pop in. They want me to be a great weapon fighter. I don't care. There is a class coming soon. We don't know what it is. I've heard rumors of Druid, but that's beside the point. Let me take a look. Okay, good. Just checking for dropped frames here. We are going to grab this Trickster Rogue. Stealth has been very reworked. You get combat advantage. Bloodbath is basically probably the iconic ability here. Blink back and forth. If you've played, well, it's Omni Slash. Basically what it's Omni Slash for Juggernaut. So let's put in here. Let's reroll a couple times because, well, wisdom. There. That looks like a good distribution. 10s all around. Bump dexterity. Let's hop in. Let's go ahead and customize. None of the cosmetics are locked, so let's make it fairly like me, I think. That's a lot of beers. Let's go with... That's... Wow, I chose... just a second. There. Let's customize from here. Yeah, rough looks good. Do I want the little braids in the back? Nah, let's go just short styled. Do the little mohawk thing. Or do I want... Nah. Eyes need to change color to this browny gold thing here. Eyebrows are cool. Hair needs to change color. We're a good thief. We are an old thief. Eyebrows, natural. Facial hair. Like I said, thick stubble. That works. Tattoos, none. Scars, none. Facial scaling, body shape. I'm a heavy thief. Mostly because it's funny. Continue. None of these are locked away. None of them matter, as far as I can tell. We will go with Saloon, because Saloon, and Waterdeep Luskin. Member of a small but dangerous group of thugs. That sounds about right. And of course, DJayH. If you want to friend me in game, DJayH at DJayH Gaming. So we will jump on in.
Look out! Struggling!
Move around using the W, A, S, and D keys.
Okay. Now, this will, if you take a look here, you can tell when I'm recording this. It's very early on Wednesday morning. So just the day, well, the night that this came out, that the new expansion came out.
Wilfred. Press
Thank the
F when
adventure
close
I
to
can
talk to him.
guarantee. Riches.
The quest path leads to your next objective. Press Z to toggle it on and off. Waypoints appear on the map to mark your quest's objective. Press F to interact with characters and objects.
Okay. We've got that. We'll put on our tunic and Dirk. Hello, Nolgath. What's this? It's over here.
Press I to open your inventory. Double-click an item to equip it.
My
Press
second.
the Alt
1,
key
2,
to toggle
3.
mouse cursor and mouse look modes.
Now you notice we don't have stealth yet, and that's...
The quest tracker displays current quest objectives.
You know what? Let's see. Options. Audio. Voice volume. See if that helps. That's better. Sergeant Knox is awfully loud here. And well, I think you'd rather listen to my game. So, let's take a look, make sure I'm set up in a decent spot here. We're going to switch my task window off. So, custom channels, or let's go with a new chat tab. Call it quiet time. Friend notify. I'm not in a guild. I'll turn that on later. Turn off the looking for group loot rules. Open party. Leave the party on. Reward notify. Say. Turn off the system notify. Tells. Trade off. Zone off. We don't need it. Well, I don't need any of that. Make sure you have the tells. Okay. And that's done. We'll make sure we're set up on quiet time. That way, if I turn off the webcam later, you aren't flooded with the nasty chat messages. Okay, so let's take a look here. Rogue has been completely reworked, basically to nerf the perma stealth rogue. Brand new, whatever you want to call it, the in Paragon feat. What hasn't been reworked are the, well, they have been reworked. Hateful Knives is not new, neither is Shocking Execution, but the way they work has been changed up a little bit. So let's go ahead and kill us some zombies. Now I think I skipped over the explanation of why these guys aren't actually attacking us. They're mindless undead. They aren't attacking because, well, their controllers are dead. So they're wandering aimlessly.
We were lucky at the
reinforcements to Linklet as soon as possible. I'm afraid
They've got their own problems. They need more arrows at the next camp. But let's take a look. Cloud of Steel is your ranged attack. Real basic.
Right click to use Cloud of Steel to hurl a barrage of blades at your target.
This guy, I don't need the lore. I've had it so many times. He is binding the Dracolich. Up behind. So I will admit, I've not decided or not figured out what the best build is for Rogue. Whether it's deflect, crit, and I think that's going to, and that's the good thing about the way this is set up. You don't have, there is no one correct build. There are some ones that are preferred. There are some that may be a little more, that may be a little suboptimal, but they still work in the end game. I have my main on my normal account is, I really have no clue what I was doing on her. So I'll take a look at that. That's pretty cool. You can still see behind you all the way to the fire on the beach. No. Okay, I lie. That's not the fire on the beach. That's Dell's camp. Let's sneak up here. Hi, how you doing? Wow, that's a lot quicker. Wow, that's as fast as the stealth old version. Like I said, I have not played around with the new Rogue at all, so this is all new to me. There was a big delay. There used to be a big delay on Dazing Strike, where you jump up into the air and then come down. Now it's just in stealth. It removed that delay. So when we finish with this mini vignette here,
they're in trouble. We must go to their aid.
let's take a look. What does stealth do for Dazing Strike now? Slashes in a large cone. Okay, so it adds an A instead of. That's kind of cool. Instead of the old removing the delay, it adds back the AoE. That, I won't say that's a great. I won't say that's a great change, but it's an interesting one. Wow, I feel overpowered. I'm not even taking advantage. I'm not even using the combat advantage. I'm just smack. This one I will use the combat advantage on. The back up, smack, 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 smack.
Flashing from target to target, dealing damage to each. Press spacebar to jump.
Grab that. Now, like, I'll show you here in just a second what I mean when I say that Bloodbath is Omni Slash. Oops, missed. And if I was a better producer, well, here is where I would Oh, is it not charges anymore? It's not. Okay, that's a big change as well that I hadn't noticed. Your ranged attack, what the Cloud of Steel, it used to be a charge attack. You would have 5 daggers to throw that would replenish over time, and now it seems like it's unlimited daggers. Okay, Bloodbath, Sneak Attack. That's your passive. That's your passive, which doesn't actually do anything until you hit level 10. I've got mail. I'll check when I get in.
Sorry, you have to.
So, well, that's the tutorial level. And I hope you'll join me on the next one.